What's going on, everyone? We're back with another weekly watch list. Excuse me. I hope you guys have all had a good weekend and, had a good week inside and outside the markets, of course. If it wasn't your best week in the markets this past week, don't worry. It's a new week this week. Prepare, focus, plan, execute. You will be fine, right? This is a never-ending game of education and passion. I would say passion. If you don't have the passion, then it's just not going to work out. And keep in mind that passion is not always fun, right? It can be very brutal. Okay, so anyways, we're covering SPY, QQQ, IWM, throwing a little bit SPX, ES, and NQ as well. So let's get into it. Starting with SPY, looking at the monthly here, right? It's been a pretty grim month. We've been bleeding a lot. Having a nice healthy pullback, and as you can see recently over the last week, we've had a really nice buy up here, and it's shaping up to be a pretty nice monthly candle here. It looks like if we finish this strong this week, we get a little bit higher. I mean, hell, this could look like a really good candle to break all-time highs in the next month. Looking at the weekly, right, we have a little inside bar here, so we'll see where that goes. That usually leads to something interesting, right? We could have a continuation here, like we should continue down, or it could be our reversal, just like an inside bar will sometimes show. All right, so into the chart, right? First thing I'm looking at is here on the daily, right? We finally are starting to retrace a little bit from this all-time high, 524. So get out the fibs, and we already can see we're rejecting that 50 fib a little bit, but that 61 is what I'm really eyeing here. So if we head over to the hourly, right, I already have this supply zone marked out here, this 511 for 37 to this 512.58. I really like both of these areas here, this level here has like this supply zone. And I love how the 61 fib lines up to it nicely. We've already had a couple hourly closes above the 50, so I'll most likely be taking it off the chart tomorrow. I just want to see where we go in the pre-market, but I really like this area here. We come up here, we retrace that all-time high. It looks like the perfect area to kind of reject here, so we'll see. As always, if our previous day high, previous day low for direction, we break above. I'm looking to go long. Of course, the risk to reward here, I guess is okay. Looking at the hour, it doesn't look like a lot of space, but if you take it down like 2-5 minute, there's still room. Break above this previous day high at 509, we could take that $2 move up into 511. There's still room there for sure. For support, I do have this previous day low from a couple days ago. I think this was Wednesday or Thursday. Previous day, it was low, or previous day? It was a previous day high. And then we gapped above it at 504, so there could be some leftover orders there for support. If not, have this potential level here at 501, and then below that, 497. All right, so that's going to be SPY. Let's go over to QQQ. It's going to be the same thing. Obviously, the monthly and the weekly looks pretty similar because it's QQQ. It's pretty much the same fucking thing as SPY. Inside bar, monthly is buying up. But looking at the hourly, looking back at the daily, same thing. We have that, we're starting to retrace that a little bit. We filled some gaps here. We do have this gap here, so that's why I do have this zone marked out, as well as 425.32 for support. So one of the main areas I'm watching for support on QQQ. Same thing, we have the fib, right? The 61, I love this level here. Check it out on the daily, right? Support, broke through it hard. Probably a lot of unfilled orders there, support, turn resistance. We could reject that, come down, fill this gap, move back up. That could be a possible scenario, right? So looking back at the 1 hour here, previous day high is right at the supply zone here, this 433, 432 area. But above that, there's that 61 fib, and I just love how it looks here on the hourly. Look at all these touches. And then boom, a clean, hard breakthrough, unfilled orders, like support, turn resistance. I think it just looks awesome. So definitely going to keep that on high watch. Again, previous day high here from a couple days ago for support also was fill that gap at 425. And then below that, I have 420.36 and 418.12. And then, of course, below that, 413. All right, IWM, to wrap things up here. Same thing on the daily. We've had a nice move, lots of red days here. They're a bit of ways away, the 50 and the 61 fibs, so I'm not really worried about too much this week. Daily's been it looks strong at first, but look at the volume, right? It's like kind of going up. Lower volume. I definitely expect us to have a rejection here at some point. Look, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the last 6 days have all been green. Let's see. So in the hourly, okay, it looks a little messy here. It's pretty condensed. looks like we got a little bit of a bull flag going here as well. I'll probably actually chart that out. Why don't we? We could actually probably even start here. A little bit of a bull flag here if we just look at this one here. So I'll watch that. Previous day high, previous day low. Again, it's pretty tight here, so we'll watch for a move. I do like this here if we do break below the previous day low. Plenty of room down to 193. Below that I have 192.9 and then 193.77. Above the previous day high, which is always the white lines, we have this really nice supply zone that I like here, okay? At 199 to this 200 area. And then you start to see the fibs come into play. The 50 fib almost lines up right here at this 201.91 just about. And then the 61 fib almost lines up just about this next area I have for resistance is 204.46, which is also a gap on the daily as well. And in that area, once again, you can see a lot of touches for support here with a big move. There's also like a fair value gap in this area here. I don't use fair value gaps on a 4-hour time frame, but just very, very nice looking spot for rejection on the daily. I'm pretty sure that gap is still there. Yeah, we still have this gap. Oh, look at that. 61 fib, 204.46, that gap. Ooh, that just looks really, really nice. So I'll definitely be watching that as well. And then lastly on SPX, always mark out the previous day high, previous day low. That's going to be the red, so our range. And then I'll leave any untested levels there as support and resistance. This 5100, even though we broke through it, it's been super just like strong in the past, the whole psych number. So even, supported on it a few times this past week. So I would keep it on the chart. But this area here does line up nicely with SPY, right? On that fib, that 61 fib with all the touches here. Look at that, right? This 5142 on SPX lines up right about that 61 fib on SPY. So I think there's a lot of good stuff in play for this week, and I'm really excited, looking forward to it. But, if I get these plays, great. If I don't, fine. Like, I'm going to stick to my plays. I'm going to stick to my system, stick to my rules, and I'm going to keep doing that. I've been very fortunate to have 13 straight green days, and, I'm looking forward to keep that up. I know it's inevitable. I'm going to have a red day at some point soon. No big deal. But I've just been feeling very good in my trading. I feel like I've turned a corner. And just, going to keep educating, keep grinding, if you will. And looking to improve every single week. So I thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, it really means the world to me. If you did enjoy it, I would appreciate it greatly if you considered dropping a like, dropping a comment, subscribing as well, sharing the video, whatever it may be. It would mean a lot to me. So have an amazing rest of your Sunday evening or whenever you're watching this. And I wish you all an amazing week inside and outside the markets.